Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is The Rant. And today, it is my official Songtember 2024 kickoff. We're going to listen to some old songs, talk about being old, and get prepared for my song this year. It's huge. Hello! G'day. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Songtember. We're here. It's happening. Oh, my God. Making more noise behind me. There we go. That's fixed. Hello. You all doing well out there? Well, Songtember and first day of spring kind of thing here. Well, I guess it's the second day of spring. First day for you. Welcome to September, Songtember. If you're in the US or the UK, we experienced it yesterday, and I am officially, absolutely 100% old. I'm going to complain about it today. Of course I am, because that's what we do here on the Rant. Let me get my chair into position. Alrighty, let's call out some names here. We've got Ali's in the house, Tremor Bear. We've got Shelley. Thank you very much, Shelley. Thank you. Old Jenny. Hello, not old Jenny, but hello, Jenny. I remember back in the day, Thomas, when music was musical. Now these days, those kids with their young fangled flying space machines, who knows? Thomas Christ, who just kicked off his Songtember over on his channel, and very excited for what Thomas is going to generate. It's always something cool. Slinging links as always because he's the mod with the mostest. Sean Chandler, what's going on? G'day to you. Tremor Bear, hello. Who else? Rise of Dark Leela. Cold Acre, what's going on? Interested to hear what he's going to make this year. Interested to hear what the Chandler's going to make this year. Interested to hear what this guy's going to make this year. Greg O'Sullivan, hi Greg. Joe and Barry Glenn are here. So many talented people are going to make some awesome songs this year. Are you all excited? Or are you just kind of ho-hum? Or is it looking like, oh, there's a lot of work ahead? Let us know. Lux, thank you very much. Good to see you. Ed Bemedal. Scott, g'day. I think I've got most of you. Here we are. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. That song that we kicked off with today, that was from 2022. I did 2 songs that year. I did that utensil song, and the idea behind that one was to make a song using only generative apps that generate music just with a scale. And I also did a Metheus song that year, Hunger, as well. We'll play that too at some point. So we'll play a few songs today. We'll play some FMC songs. We'll play Joe's favourite, Community Colostomy Bag, because you know Joe loves that song. It's her favourite song of all time. If she was here right now, if Joe Glenn was here right now, I said, your favourite song of all time, what would she say? Community Colostomy Bag, Jade. Not in that voice. I made her sound like Gladys. That's not true. Oh, dear. Here we are. All right, let's have a vape and some coffee. Am I all right after yesterday? I'm all right. You know what? After that gig yesterday we did, I needed to lie down. I was a little bit fucked. That was some excitement, that show. I'll tell you what, she did it. Yeah, Joe did help write Community Colostomy Bag. She did help me write that. In fact, you guys helped me write a lot of that stuff. When was that? That was 2021. We did the FMC album. We did a whole album in 2021, and 2020 was Metheist, and last year was Utensils. So, yes, indeed. So it feels like I've done a lot more songs than what you should do, because I did a whole album and did Metheus the first year, which was 3 songs. FMC was 7 songs. So 2022 was 2 songs. Last year was 1 song, but it had like 20 songs in 1 song. And this year's going to be nice and easy. Apparently this year's going to be really easy, and I'm not going to like put myself under pressure, but you all know that's not true. Of course, I'm going to do something extra. There you go, the cat's out the bag. So we've let out the first secret for Songtember for me. So, all right, let's start off. So I have some notes, and we're going to fill them in hopefully by the end of this episode. So normally on the rant, we would carry on and complain about something, but I will get to that. I will get to that, but we'll just try and be productive at first, yeah? All right, so where's my notes? Let me bring them up. Here's my notes. Nothing fancy. Songtember 2024. This was the original idea. A piano jazz song about breaking away from one's self-manifested demons and spreading the wings of individuality to shine like the brightest star. And I know what you're thinking. Did AI write that? No, I wrote that. I think I'm just, my brain's so broken from being on the internet so much, I'm starting to sound like AI. Is anybody else worried about that? That the more we interact with that stuff and the more it's around us, that we may start writing things that unintentionally start sounding like fucking a computer wrote it. It concerns me because I feel like everything I make, I have to justify. You know, that's why I'm lucky to have a show here where you see my process, because it's just getting that way with AI. It's a strange, very strange situation that we are in with AI. Cheers. Here's my coffee. Let's get into it. Because we are creatures of habit and we do copy the things around us unwittingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you surround yourself with bad people, or you surround yourself with bad habits and stuff, you pick them up no matter what. You can think that you're clued in and on it all the time, but people do become their surroundings. So if it's, you know, something like that, the possibility is there, yes. Let's not do that, and it is very possible, you know. Is it concerning though? Is it going to keep you up at night? I don't think so. But let's talk about this before we go back to Song Timber. Does age keep you up at night? Do you worry about how old you are? Do you worry about like, fucking, I'm running out of time? Do any of you have concerns about your age? Is it, things like, how long are you like me and you like look at your will yesterday? When I was drunk, I fucking had a look at my will just to make sure it was all intact and ready to go. So yes, I do have something prepared because of my health and stuff, which is not, health's not good. You guys know that. So yeah, and it's all. I checked all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So if I die tomorrow, at least my DistroKid account's going to be looked after. That's all I give a shit about. But another day older. Hello, Dom. I bet Dom doesn't have these pressing thoughts. Dom's very easy, go with the flow, But, I'm sure as we get older, we start to think, fucking hell, shit, I'm old. And I know it's one of those things you say, you're only as old as the woman that you're fucking. And I know, and that used to be the case for me because I was a terrible person who dated a lot of younger people, not that young, so don't get your mind out of that place. But I used to date people that were at least 20 years younger than me, right? Because that's I used to go by that saying, you're only as young as the woman that the woman that you But now I'm actually dating somebody who's older than me. So does that mean I'm 2 years? Maybe. But I don't think about it too much. I think age is an interesting thing because once it's like your health. If you get delivered bad news about your health and you can go into a spiral of just continuously thinking about that and then you become your illness. Yeah, that's a thing. It's definitely a thing that you every day and everything in your life revolves around your illness. And I fell into that hole when I first got diagnosed with ITP. And even though now these days, like I can have these massive bleeds that go for 2 hours and it's really horrible and stuff, I refuse now to let myself become that. That's just a circumstance of my existence. But there was a period of time where I was ITP and everything was revolving around that. Everything I did revolved around that. So I would always think, hey, I'll go and do this thing. Oh, no, but ITP. And it took a long time to get out of that. And I think age is the same thing. You can fall into that hole of like, oh, I'd really like to go and do this thing, but oh, no, I'm old. And it's not the right way to go. I've never really thought about age as a number. It's very limiting. You never really met me. Well, you never know, Dom, one day. Hello, roadies. Good to see you. Mike, good to see you. Just had a birthday recently as well, folks. A lot of Virgos. Can we talk about that? There's a lot of Virgos in this community. Very excited. Russ, Brad, I have an idea. Ali, who's here. Ali's a Virgo. There's heaps, lots of Virgos got birthdays. If you're a Virgo, let us know because you're cool. Having kids. Yes, exactly. Well, I agree with that, Dom, and I don't talk about that part of my life. But yes, I actually had a phone call yesterday from my one. And, but you know what she told me? She told me happy old day. That's what I... You got to love kids, man. Kids are awesome, aren't they? Just when it's your birthday and they call you up and they say, hey, happy old day. And you say, you little fucking, take you out. But you know what? I've never let a number dictate my life. That's the point I'm getting to, because it's very scary to, I once knew this woman when I was younger, right? I knew this, well, not this woman, this kid at school whose mum was really into astrology, and her every decision she made was based on like whatever was in the newspaper each day. Like if she sent her kid to school, what he would wear, if she would actually leave the house and go and do things. And man, what a crippling life to actually wait for the newspaper and the astrology of the day to tell you if you could go and do things. And that's the same way I feel about like age and numbers and stuff like that. You let that number hover over your head and you become that thing. You know how when old people are married and they get to, they get to their 60s and 70s and they've been together for like 40 years, and then one of them gets really sick. And then when that one dies, the other one normally dies not too far away because they spent so much time caring for that loved one. And then when they're gone, it's like they have no purpose anymore. That's the same thing. You give in to age and then go, I'm this number, and then you start to be very quickly evaporate into looking like that number. Yeah? Is it just me, or does that not happen? Crazy rabbit, I'm still alive, yeah. I still have a voice too. That's the thing. When you're a singer, you can pull off shit like yesterday and still be okay and still be well, and it's all about technique. That you can scream your guts off and make a fool of yourself and still be okay the next day. So I'm not scared of age. I don't even feel 52. The only time I feel 52 is when my body tells me that. But still, I'm pig-headed and I fight against it. And that. Listen, fucking. The only time you should be worried about your age is when you're dead. All right, let's just say it. Hello, Lionel. When you're dead, worry about it then. Plenty of time to worry about it when you're dead. Trust me, it's the best time to worry about everything. When you're dead, it's, worrying about it, it's pointless. But there are some people who get absolutely consumed by it. And I think it's funny, we have this little, microcosm of a community here in the giant space of the world where everything we do is really cool and important and stuff. And our kids look at this stuff, I'll bet, and go, look at the old people trying to make young people music. And you know what? To those young people, and one in particular I know who'll be watching this at some point, that's for you, honey. Oh, I'm a good parent. Crazy Rabbit says, I'm 50. I am 52. I'll be 53 in October, and I feel better because I'm mentally stronger. Well, that's the thing too. Hopefully, you've gone through life and toughened up here, because you got to be. Look at all the shit that's thrown at us as a being now. If it's not the news, it's like advertising. Everything's just thrown at us to try and fucking get us all angry and riled up. But luckily here, what are we doing? This is Songtember. Hello, Sarah the Raging Tomato. There she is. Nice to see you, Raging Tomato. And what is Songtember? Let's talk about Songtember for a little bit instead of being old. So Songtember, every year here across a multitude of channels, my channel. Now this was started by my good friend Pete Johns, right? Pete Johns on Studio Live today. Every year, a whole bunch of us, nearly everybody in this chat, we get together and we write a song in a month and we release it to the world because the world needs more fucking music, yes? And people like Rise of Dark Leela and Thomas Christ and Jamie Mallender, myself, Pete Johns, and anybody else who'd like to, has the capability to stream and show their process, do it. Now's the time to do it if you want to do that as well. But you don't have to do that. And you know what? You don't have to release your music like to Apple Music or Spotify or any of that shit. You can just release it to someone like wherever you want, YouTube, wherever you fucking like. Just put it out. Just get it done in 4 weeks. Make a song, whatever you want, and put it out somewhere. And then our good friend Pete Johns at the beginning of next month does a double show where he plays all of our music, and you know what? We all celebrate music, and that's what Songtember is all about. And there's no pressure. You know what? We've had many shows over the last 4 days. Pete's done a pre-Songtember pre-show to the pre-Songtember pre-show, and another and then I did a pre-show to the pre-Songtember, and this one's the Songtember kickoff show. We're finally here, and it's happening. And it shouldn't be, it's not a competition. This isn't like to be better than anybody else or anything like that. This is just to make something, get something out and close have a bookend, yeah? Because a lot of the time, and I'm the worst for it, finish something, get it done, especially here on this channel. You guys, if you've been watching me over the last 4 years, you see I'll start a thing and I don't finish some of them. And there's a bunch of them I need to go back to, but that's because every day I'm here trying to teach and I've forgotten about myself. That's why I changed my channel up recently and I make more music. Well, thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you, Sarah. You rock. Sarah's got a wonderful channel over there. She gets people on into his debates and they get dark over there. They talk about the manosphere and stuff. So if you get offended easy, don't go over there. But if you like conversation and debate and stuff, go and check out Sarah. She's fun. Thank you so much for the birthday wish and SuperChat. All right. Let me play another song from my song Timber. Let's play something for Joe. So back in, and here we are. This is my YouTube channel, right? So all my music's available on my, and my merch. See my cunt mugs? You can get a cunt mug. There you go. There's merch. You want to be a cunt? Get a cunt mug. There goes monetization on this show. So all my music can be found on the front page. Mark Bro, g'day to you. So we're going to play something from FMC. Now, this was done in 2021. I did a full album in 4 weeks' time. And then I made a few video clips. And Joe Glenn, who's here, she helped me write the lyrics to this. This is called Community Colostomy Bag. It's about a whole bunch of old people who live in an old person's home, perfect for this show, and they can't afford their own colostomy bags. So they get a big colostomy bag with a whole bunch of pipes coming off, and they all jam it up each other's bums, and then they all poo into the one bag. That's what this song's about. I'm 52, and that's the kind of music I write. Yay me. All right, so, hi, CQ, welcome. This is Community, oh, I got the wrong one. Community Colostomy Bag. Let me get it ready. Oh, God. All right, here we go. Let's Oge. All right. What the fuck? You know what? Everything doesn't have to be serious in life, folks. Have a bit of fun. Have a bit of poo fun. It's always... Now, you know what? Sometimes I wish I was still a kid. you know, because kids have it so easy, right? The whole world falls apart. Their tooth hurts, something fucking really minuscule happens, and they're crying, and you can't shut them up. And then you just say, "Hey, poo." And they love it, don't they? Kids just love poo. It just changes their whole demeanour. All you got to say is poo. If you're a budding parent coming along, I'm sure most of us are all too old. But just tell your kids poo, and everything will be okay. Anyway, so that was one of the songs from my Songtember album. I did FMC, and what did we do? 7 songs on that album. So it was good fun. We made some fun video clips and all of that jazz. But what are we doing? Speaking of jazz, this year I'm doing a jazz song. That's what we're doing. Last year was a bit chaotic. It was that song with all the crazy stuff in it. I am such a child, Joe, and you are too. So, hey, Andy, thank you so much. So if you didn't know, Joe Glenn, she wrote some of the lyrics in there. I think the lyric was grab a bag of shit and punch it up for fun. So that was Joe. She wrote those lyrics because we put it out to the community to help me write lyrics about a giant colostomy bag. Mateus. So I should have a song finished with this guy as well too, hopefully this week, and I'll send that off to him. It's not officially a Songtember song, but it's going to be released in Songtember, but it's not a Songtember song. So has everybody got ideas for their song? Let's come back over here to my song. So let's put in we'll do this live. My ideas for what we're going to put in here. Seagull Rock Squawk. Hello. I see somebody say hello, but I can't see your name. There you are. Boom. It's not really a rant today. It's a special edition kind of rant. So we've got a piano jazz song about breaking away from oneself, manifested demons, and spreading the wings of individuality to shine like the brightest star. A duet with Viv Sparrow. Let's put down some instruments we're going to use. So we're going to use a piano. We're going to probably use some strings. So including in that, let's put a bracket. So we'll put cello, multiple violins. We'll put in some brass instruments. We'll probably use some light drums, very light brushes for drums. That's what I'm hearing. Some kind of guitar. Some kind of guitar part. Maybe I'll reach out to somebody else and see if they would like to help me put in some guitar. Now, how am I going to come up with the chords? Some saxophone. That's a great idea. So, Sean, thank you so much. I wrote Sean instead. That's how good the idea was, Sean. Sax. We love a bit of sax. Saxophone. We need a saxophone solo, don't we? Something like that. A little saxophone solo in there to keep things saxy. Definitely need that. And what else? Of course, there's got to be some stand-up bass. Yeah, bit of stand-up bass in there to keep the song stand-up bass. Yes, we need bass is very important in there. And we're going to have vocals, of course. Now, these are going to be vocals by me and Viv. And what I want to do is have what's in my head. So the first verse will be like me sing half of the verse and then Viv sing the other half. And for the choruses, we come in together and we sing together and harmonise and work together. And then the second verse, I should be writing this down. Let's do that. Vocals, we'll do this as number 4. First verse, both vocals split in half chorus together. Second verse, we'll do a call and response. If you don't know what a call and response is, I sing a line and then the other person sings the other line to respond back and forward, call and response. And then, of course, can't even spell response. That's really good. Call and response. There'll be that's pretty much the idea there. We will do some kind of middle 8, whatever you want to call that, and then close out with big chorus with big harmonies. Let's put a comma there. So this is the idea so far: big chorus, big harmonies. There we go. So already got heaps down. That's cool. What am I going to use? What are some apps I'm going to use? I'm going to use maybe things like Scalar. because I want to get some jazz chords. I want to get some ideas for jazz chords. Why? I've never really written a jazz song. I've sung in jazz bands. I've sung jazz, even improv nights, and got up and sung jazz. So I know what I'm doing there, but I'm not really sure what would be a good line of, you know, a nice scale to go through, select some chords. Luckily, we have things on these great apps now that you can punch in and say, I want some chords around jazz, some typical jazz chords. And then from there, with something like Scalar, let's show you Scalar. Scalar, let's open it up. Scalar is magnificent for stuff like this. Now, you won't hear any music because I don't have it connected to anything, but if we go over here to songs, we should have, hopefully, look at that, jazz. We got some jazz chords, 11th jazz, acid jazz, jazz. We got a bunch of jazz in here, and it'll give us these wonderful chords. Let's see. Let's go through some. And I'm not saying I'm going to use these how they are. And I didn't want, let's clear this out. Goodbye. I'm going to choose a different instrument. Let's go with, we'll go with some, just piano maybe. Let's go with a grand piano. Or maybe a soft felt piano. So there's a variation. What is this scale? Can we close this out? How do I do a reset? I don't know how to do a reset on this. It's kept my clear state. There we go. Here we go. We're back at the start. So we'll hit jazz again. Jazz 2. So this is an E flat Dorian mode. Oh yeah, baby. That sounds cool. How's that? Let's go back. Oh, pull down my mic a bit, put on a bit of reverb. Can I do that? Let's do it. Let's add some reverb quickly. There we go. Boom. Oh, my. I lost what the chords were. There we go. Let's drag those down. Let's play it. Nice. But this is how we're going to start it and get it all kind of off with some great chords. And then we can use these chords to put in and start with a, bass and all that kind of stuff. Great ideas. I've got to remember jazz 2. Let's put that into our little notes. Remember this stuff, Scalar. We'll put in jazz 2. Nice way to start. So let's play another song. Oh, by the way, it's a halfway point. You know what we do here on the channel? Every day at halfway point, we run an ad. So none of you get the ad at all different times and you all get it at the same time. And you can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube premium subscriber. That way you avoid the ad, or you can just wait for the ad and then skip it and come back. And while we wait for you, I can just tell folks what's happening this week. The ad has been run. Okay, so I don't have any thumbnails ready yet for this week. I'm so underprepared. All I can tell you is this week we have an interview with Greg Hutto. So he's coming on for the interview this week. Got some great apps to take a look at this week. We've got a guitar app by Nembrini, a brand new metal distortion app. We've got Tone Boosters have released a wonderful new EQ, which I just got a hold of about 25 minutes ago. So that's cool. But most of the days this week, we will be working on Songtember songs, on this Songtember song. So there's that. There'll be some specials during each week this month coming up with like compression. Yes, we're going to do a compression special. That's going to be boring as bat's tits, but we need to talk about it. We're going to do a thing on reverb as well because I don't want you to have all your songs swimming in reverb. When your mix gets fucked up, we'll be talking about mixing. We'll have some specials on mixing during this month also. And, of course, on mastering. For those of you who want to get some tips on mastering, if you don't want to join my Patreon and get me to master your song for $1 per month, as it says right here, patreon.com/Jade Starr. Let's play another song. As people are probably just coming back, let's play another FMC song. Shall we do Wank Snot Sandwich? So this was from the same album. The same album in 2021 when I recorded an entire album in 4 weeks, and this was one of the video clips. This is Wank Snot Sandwich. I think you know what it's all about. You know what this song's all about. It's about making snacks out of your own snot. Do I need to explain any more? I don't think I do. Let's just play it and get on with it. Let's oge.
Loading those into a tissue. That's some gum to make it look like spew. Mixing comics not into a page. Spread it thick, leaving nothing to waste. My teeth, the brain, ready to spring. Now this make me a snack, a gum, and some sandwich. Swallow it whole, down a buckle. Now this make me a treat, a gum, and some sandwich.
Music. Oops, I kept it playing too long. All right, so Wank Snot Sandwich, some fun for all the family. All right, what else are we going to do? We'll come back to my notes and keep going. Drums. Let's talk about drums. So I'm probably not going to use this app in particular, but I will get some ideas from it. So there's 2 wonderful apps here on iOS because, I'm a drummer. Clearly, I am a drummer. Let me prove that to you. I'll prove it to you right now. See, I'll open up this project here. Not that one. I'll open up this project maybe. Yes, look at that. There's a project that's open. You see that? This is a Logic project. And if I do this, and if I change cameras for you over here, I can grab a stick and look. Do I have 2 sticks? And a kick drum. Let's move this stool. Maybe we can do some drums now. There you go, there's some drums. First thing in the morning. So, you know what I'm talking about? Hubba hubba. All right, so now, because the new studio's set up, look at that, how cool is that? The new studio set up, I can just play drums whenever I want, guitars in the back, everything's so different now, I can just do that live on the stream. So I probably will end up playing my own drums, but we have great apps out there like Soft Drummer, yeah, which can give us some great ideas for some jazz stuff. So this is Soft Drummer, which decided to crash. Awesome, there we go. Hit play. probably a bit fast for what we're looking at. Right. Some more traditional. Some Latin jazz. Some odd timing. But there's also another app, if I show you. There's also another app called Jazz Drummer, which is really wonderful. So this is Jazz Drummer. Made, again, it crashed. Nice one. Made by the same company. Much better. This is what we're looking for more so. Look at this timing, 24/8. Lovely. I know, organisation, what's going on? Falcon Blueser, hello my friend. Thank you for that wonderful comment you left me on the video I just saw this morning. Happy Song Timber, absolutely. What else we got in here? Some straight eights. Lots of odd timings. Some 3/4 or 18/8. So, we have a wonderful collection of apps here on iOS that can help you get started. And is it cheating? Let's talk about that. Is it cheating to do something like that? Of course not. To get some inspiration. You know, the one thing I do encourage everybody, don't use fucking AI. All right, don't do it. Don't try and submit an AI song made in Suno or something like that, because guess what? I hate to break it to you. You're not a fucking musician. You're just an idiot who typed a bunch of words in somewhere and you'll never be a musician. So don't use that stuff. You can use it for inspiration. So you put something in, you get an idea from it, but don't just use that shit because it's not real. You're not an actual real musician. Hello, Ron. Did I say that? Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yes, it is my birthday in the States today, but not here. I already did that shit. So drums, we'll definitely put down here Jazz Drummer just to get some ideas. Bass. I'm going to be playing bass because I've got a couple of basses. So everything's going to be played real stuff, real instruments. Let me tell you, so the basis of this song, again, while we're talking about making this song, is going to not be too hard. There's not going to be too many things going on, all right? Because the song, I'm going to have the musical vocality of the amazing Ms. Viv Sparrow, yes? So I don't want her voice to be overshadowed by some fucking crazy jazz stuff, right? It just needs to be there. It needs to accompany both mine and Viv's voices, and hopefully we work really well together and can create, you know, we'll write some beautiful harmonies. I'm sure we're going to soar. And my thing is here, I want to make this as easy as possible for Viv. I don't want her to be under stress or under any pressure to do this. I want to have as much of it done as possible, so there's some wiggle room for her to throw in some ideas if she wants. Like, I'm just very honored to be able to do something to have her sing on it because, you know, she's amazing. So I'm going to try and get everything cross all my T's, dot all my I's, and hit her up and go, here's the thing. Please, I don't want to put her under any pressure or make her anxious or anything like that. So if you are doing a collaboration this year, try and be mindful of the other person as well, and how much input they want to put in and all of that kind of stuff, because, you know, people are making their own songs as well. And I know Viv's doing something with Cold Acre, and, you know, you don't want to stretch people too thin. Communicate is what I'm trying to say. communicate as much as you possibly can with your collaborational person. Hello, Pete Johns. Pete Johns is here, everybody. It's Peter Johns, the man who started this whole Songtember thing. He's coming up in about 13 minutes' time. I will automatically dump you over to his channel so you can check out Your Music Live, where he plays your music. You submit your music to that guy and he plays it for you. It's very, very cool. All right, I feel like even though it's been a not a huge rant, if you've come here expecting me to complain about things and stuff like that, I'm not complaining today, but I feel like just this show's been a really good start. Tomorrow, we will get into it. We will start with some drums and some ideas and some chord patterns and trying to put that together. Also this week on the show, we'll be trying to finish off Adam Burse's video clip because if you didn't know, our dear friend Adam Burse was buried this only a couple of days ago. So there you go. That's gone down. And some of us were very fortunate enough to watch over the internet and say goodbye to our friend Adam Burse. So, you know, he has very sad. But Jeff, Metalhead Hippie, on his channel this week will be replaying the funeral if you missed it. And so we'll all get a chance to say goodbye along with his loved ones. And I'm hopefully going to be debuting the song Repetition Radio, which I rewrote for Adam on that day as well. So there may be a show this week where I show you a bit of the video clip and the process. And hopefully I'll have it all ready for the Hippie show. That's another thing. There's a lot going on. There's a fucking lot going on a bloody channel. Yeah. What else? Yeah, so tomorrow on here we will get down to working out chords. Chord structure, a chorus, a verse, an idea, some vocal melodies, all this kind of stuff. Maybe not so much words, but just like what we're doing with the range, because I've got to be considerate of my other vocalist. She can do anything anyway. Her voice is absolutely sensational. And if I can pull off a jazz song. So we're going to be using, just so you know, I'm going to be using Logic for this because it is the best, but I will be using other things as well, like AUM to pull some data, probably some piano. That's the other thing. Let's talk about that. Another one I may be using, another app, is called Piano Motifs. Why am I going to use Piano Motifs? Let me tell you why. It is one of the most spectacular apps out there. Because it allows you to generate piano that you may not have thought about. Now, this is not AI. It's not like fucking cheating in that sense. Let's grab a piano track here. Because you can actually put in here some chords and a scale and all this kind of stuff and generate some piano ideas and then take those piano ideas, put them into your DAW and then manipulate them to how you want. So piano motifs. And it just, a lot of it generates randomly, but then you can get in there finitely and break this stuff. A very colorful app these days. So if we hit play, we've got to generate something. But what's really good about it is you can really get in here and you can change like the key, whatever you want it in. So we can go like an F. You can choose like a random thing. You've got all these wonderful scales. Let's just go with this F minor. You can choose your, all this, look at this. You can get all the way down into octaves, bars, accompaniment style, melody, constraints. It's very, very deep. Melody, max, note duration, note frequency. You can get in here and go for your heart's content and create some really cool stuff. You also have an arranger thing up the top here, so you can come in and add chords from your scale and actually build some chords up. It's really neat. Really like it. Let's grab something from something I've already kind of made. What's this? And jump out of this. Hit play. Right? And the beautiful thing is you can export the MIDI. So you got MIDI over here. You can export MIDI. You can add in a third track. You can have like a run, your bass notes. You can have your melody. You can have like a drone in the background. So really good for generating some ideas. You can export the MIDI here, accompaniment, melody, files, and just another way to get some good ideas. But we will talk about tomorrow also. When you're in Logic, we now have things like the piano player and stuff like that, which can help you get ideas as well. And this stuff's all right. You can do that. This isn't AI. This is generative stuff that can, generate some ideas and spark you off if you're feeling a bit trapped, because, it can be a bit pressuresome, this whole Songtember thing. But, just remember, you're not alone during this. So if you feel like during Songtember you're having a bit of a trouble, you're a bit bogged down, you're feeling like, I don't know if I can get this done, remember there are plenty of people who are most likely going to be in the same boat, including me, that you get to like 2 weeks in and go, nothing's working, nothing's gelling. You may not experience that. It may just fucking kick off and be easy as pie and you glide through it. Some people will get their songs done in a week and then sit out for the rest of the month just going, I got mine done. But remember, it's not a race. You're not going to win any prizes for it. There are no prizes in Songtember. The prize is that you participated and you hopefully got something out of your system that may have been stuck in there and you wanted to say. And, we don't always have the time to do the things that make us happy. So this is that one time a year that we try and allot just to get that one thing out if you can. And that's what it's all about, just getting involved and making something, you know what I'm saying? I've really got nothing else to say. I think I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go for Songtember. Are you guys ready? Are you pumped up? Do you have ideas? Do you feel like, is anybody doing more than one song? I might be. I don't know. But again, on this channel over this month, not only are you're going to see my process as usual of making a song, I'm going to try and cover as many extra topics as possible, like creating artwork, uploading your song to DistroKid, streaming services, all that kind of stuff. So I've got a whole bunch of special shows planned because guess what? We don't do tutorials on the live streams much anymore. So there's that opportunity to do extra things about compression and reverb and song structure and all that kind of thing. So I want to give you as many pointers and tips and stuff to generate some ideas, and because compression can be a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to keep up to date with the iOS tutorials, the demos of apps, they happen almost every day as pre-recorded content here on the channel. And speaking of which, the last one that dropped was, if I can find it, was this one. It dropped a couple of days ago. The gospel musicians, organ and rotary. There's 2 apps, or you can get them in one. So that one dropped. We got a couple from, there's one from Nembrini. So there's a bunch of them coming up this week. All right, we got 5 minutes to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm excited about Songtember, even though you probably think this was a nothing show. Look at this. Look what we got down. An idea of what the song's about. It's with my friend Viv Sparrow. I'm going to try and take all of the brunt, so I'm carrying all the heavy lifting for this song, so she's not under pressure. We got piano, strings, cello, multiple violins, bass, a brass, drums, guitar, saxophone, stand-up bass, vocals. We got first verse, 2 vocal parts split in half, chorus together, call and response, second verse, middle 8, chorus, using scalar, drums, jazz drummer, piano motifs. We're going to do it in Logic, and we've already made a good start. And you know what? Things like that, just writing out stuff like that, that's a good start. That's the kind of stuff you do. Sit down for 5 minutes, come up with that idea. That's enough. Then go do something else. Play a video game. Go for a walk. Take your kids out somewhere. Do something that's not music. Don't get too trapped in this thing and turn it into a stressful whole experience. All right. We're going to go out with, I guess, the song that I did in Songtember that has been the most played and the most enjoyed, I guess, which is, of course, Metheist. The Metheist song. Yeah. Let's do this. When did that one come out? Is that the right one? Metheist. Let me just see. Metheist World Divided. I think that's the one. Let me do a search. Metheist. Let's go out and play this motherfucker. Metheist World Divided. Is there a newer version? I can't remember. I always forget which one's the right one. I think this is the right one, the Vivo one. So yes, this was my first Songtember thing, I think. When I did Metheist, I did 3 songs. And this was, I put a lot of work into this video clip. And this guy behind me, Darth Vader, Starr's in it on the drums. So let's go out and play this. Pete John's up next. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake, whatever you do. Because people are trying to tell you that you should go back to sleep. And it's wrong. All right, let's urge. Metheist, World Divided. Maybe. See you later, guys. Boom.